Hello, everybody. First and foremost, can you hear and see me? Sorry, I just ate blueberries. So if my teeth are blue, I'm not smurfing. I just had blueberries. Hopefully everyone can see and hear me. Live stream number 39. Thank you for tuning in. To all, let's see who's here. Radios is here, hey yeah. And second is Jeffrey. And Bonnie is there reminding me that I'm a minute late. Hello, Bart. Thank you for popping in. Barry is here. Great to see you, my friend. Got 2 more Super 8 cameras. Yeah. Jeffrey got some more cameras. What is it with you guys and buying cameras? Mike says it's 78 degrees here in Wichita, Kansas. That's hotter than it is here in Florida, I believe, currently. Yeah, well, I don't know what the temp is here. Currently, we are sitting at 71 degrees, but it's been really nanky out. Rain. Let's see, 54 here and been raining. Radio 65 here in Valley, Nebraska. 7 degrees Celsius. What is that in Fahrenheit, Bonnie? I can't remember the math. 82 here in Fort Lauderdale. Yeah, well, you guys are always 10 degrees hotter than us, Barry. It's hard, TSTTS. What is TSTTS? You guys, I know you just heard my air conditioner kick on. Where's Mola? He usually reminds me. I think it's Mola, or maybe maybe it's Russell. I can't remember. 7 times 1, 8 plus 32 Fahrenheit. Okay, or 7 times 1. Okay, so if it's 7, so it's 49, 50-ish degrees. Is that right? 8 plus 32. 7 times 1 is 8 plus 32, so it's 40. Just picked up a pristine Kodascope 16mm projector for 10 bucks a little while ago. It is a good day for 10 bucks. Wow. 5 minutes late. Who, me? Yeah, well, stop it. I bought another record player this week, not a camera. You like that kind of stuff, don't you? PY is here. Hello, my friend. Bart says, yes, I can hear and see you. Yay. Christian's here. Hello, my friend. Blue background, blue shirt, and blue teeth. This is a theme. I went to a wedding, a really good close friend of mine last night, and it was a blue wedding. Not blue as in sad in that. It was blue, physically blue. Everything was blue. He wore a blue suit. There was blue stuff. It was a good time. You know, speaking of going to a wedding last night, it was an outdoor wedding, and it was at 4 in the afternoon. It was pretty overcast, but I brought something, and I never took it out of the bag. You guys will be very disappointed in me. I brought this. You guys know what's in there. And I brought this. Brand new, and it's still in the box. You know, here's the problem. Yeah, it's my 514 XL. So here's the problem. He's a really good friend, and so I kind of volunteered to, he told me not to worry about it, but I volunteered to take some photographs and do a little video just with my phone, even though there was thousands of people there, or maybe like 60, that were taking photos and videos. It's extremely difficult when you're a one-man band, and you want to get good, crisp, clean, clear photographs for your good friend on his special day. So I wanted to focus more on that, and I really never had time to pull out the Super 8 camera. I don't know, maybe I should have done something after the fact, but by then it was getting dark out, and all I brought was 50D, so it was a mess. Yeah, but the photos came out really nice. I used my Canon M50, the one I use for my regular videos. I thought they came out pretty nice, and I did a little bit of work with my iPhone. Is it frozen already? Okay, cool, working now. I wasn't even going to speak on that, Mike. And yes, I did 100%, Bonnie, forgot to reboot my internet system yesterday. I was going to start doing it yesterday on Saturdays, but I forgot. 55 in Lisbon, Portugal. That's nice, though. I like that weather. 77 in Euless, Texas. Euless, Texas. What's the closest big city to that, Bart? I got enough for an Aeroflex with no lenses. That's a good start. That's a good start. But don't just jump on the first one you see. I waited for a while before I got mine. And I think I got a good deal. $1,900 for the camera, charge cable, or the power cable, and 3 prime lenses. And it like new. It was in new condition. How do you tell when a Super 8 cart has been shot? One was in the can when I bought it. Thought it's though it's Kodachrome 40. That's a really good question, Jeffrey, and I've gotten that question a lot, and it's extremely difficult if it doesn't say exposed on the film. But let me show you what I've learned how to do over the last, well, several years. It's not really going to work on this because this is empty, but this is a 200T cart, right? And it's got no film in it because I've already processed this. It's something I want to talk about later. But what I do is I take something like a pencil and you lay it flat. Now the film starts right here. The film will be rolled up and it'll be on the label side of things. So I hold the cart towards me with the label on my left. It would be your right when you're looking at the screen, I believe. And I balance this right on the center of the pencil. And see how it fell over here on the label side? Typically, if you balance it right in the center, it's going to fall whichever side has the most film on it. It's not an exact science, but I got to tell you, I've gotten really relatively good at figuring out within 10 or 15 feet how much film is left on a cartridge. So you want to balance it right smack dab in the center of the cart if you can, and just see which way it tilts. If it goes on the spindle side, this is where the film ends up. When it's all shot, it'll be on this side in a big spool in there. So that's one way to tell if it doesn't say exposed. You know, and you almost kind of get used to the feel of it too. You can kind of almost feel which side that film is leaning toward. Anyway, that's what I do. Which model? S, M, BL, or SR? Are you talking to me, Christian? You know mine is the S. Oh, you got like 1,500. That's not bad. Oh, you're talking to radios. Mine did not, by the way, come with any magazines, but I already had a couple. And the magazines are really easy to get. They're pretty inexpensive. I don't want to spend all and make my... Whatever you do, if you buy an Aeroflex S, try to get one, unless it's been converted to the 4-pin power cable, try to get one that includes a power cable. The original 2-pin that goes in the back bottom, they're almost impossible to find. So your camera, unless you want to send it off and get it converted to the 4-pin, which is probably smart, try to get the cable with the camera. Hey, Russell! Thank you, sir, for popping in. I don't have one yet, but I can afford one. Phew. Fort Worth is the closest big city. Okay, I know where you're at now. Thank you, sir. Jeffrey said, just saw the word exposed. It was so faint. My bad. No worry. No worry. But that's a good trick anyway, if you guys want to know. Like I say, it's not an exact science, and if you use something other than a pencil, because a lot of times pencils have the flat on them, use something or a round pencil. It's even more accurate because it can't stand up on its own. Just saw the word exposed. Send it to me if you want, Jeffrey. We'll see what's on it. Oh, you said that. Now I got to send it to you. Yeah, absolutely. So one thing I was going to tell you guys, I know you're probably wondering, what on earth is this? It's not a fancy schmancy new desktop computer or machinery. And I know I'm giving it away because you can see this on top. Look at that. Woohoo! I've had this thing for, well, I've been married 20 years this year, and I had it well before I met my wife. And I got it, I can't remember where, garage sale probably, or thrift store or something. And it's just been in my back porch and just forgotten about. And I was going to actually toss it because I didn't think it worked anymore. But instead, I dug it out and I brought it in and I kind of wiped it down. And it's really kind of a neat little gadget. Because I kind of wanted to touch on a little bit on projectors and viewers. And Mike just mentioned he has just bought a brand new projector. Well, brand new to him. Because I'm sure Mike doesn't have any movie projectors. Do you, Mike? None. I actually only have, I have fewer than you guys would think. My 16mm projector, my Ikai, or Ikai I think it's pronounced, kind of took a dump on me. Well, I did that kind of. I guess I got to blame myself because I was trying to convert it to a telecine machine a few years back. And I pulled the bulb out of it and cut the wire and wired in an LED bulb, 12 volt or 120 volt AC current, and it kept popping and popping and popping. I couldn't figure out what was going wrong, so I just pushed it back out into the porch, and there it sat. And now it's probably just, yeah, it's in the equipment wasteland now. TTS, what camera you get? Oh, this side towards the screen. Yeah, okay. Jeffrey sent me pictures of his cameras. I should have loaded those up because he did get a couple of cool cameras. Jeffrey, if you don't mind, let me just see if I can pull them up on your email and show you guys the pictures he got, or the cameras that he got. Let's see. This is a something. I don't know why it won't. Oh wait, maybe Jeffrey, did you send me? Are those the cameras that you actually got? This thing is awesome. Or did you send me ones that you were gonna get? I can't remember. I'm sorry. I have. Wait, I have this. Oh yeah. Okay, never mind. He just picked up this Yashica. I'm gonna just show you the, see if you guys can see it. I have one of these. I did a video on these. They're great little cameras. See there? That's his. That's that S40 or Super 40. Good cameras. Good cams. Can you see them? What's the other one you picked up, Jeffrey? Is that the other one you sent me? This one here? I believe it's that, correct? Hey, Lyle. Yeah, that's a cool little pickup there. That's the Minolta, a Minolta Super 8. I don't know what model it is. Now I'm going to send it to you. Wait. A couple of each format and extras. Of course you do, Mike. We wouldn't want you any other way. Keep buying for us. I have a Kodak Pageant since 2009. Good camera. I mean, good projectors. Kodak made great projectors. Fritz is in Wichita also. Oh boy, I really smell trouble brewing now. We should meet up. I wish I was in Wichita. I'll be in Indiana in a couple weeks. You have no Yashicas. Yes, so that is, okay, that's Jeffrey's newest cameras. So this is what I dug up. I want to show you guys. This is what I dug up. Look at that. It's from CalArt. You guys remember CalArt? It's a CalArt editor viewer, or EV Super 8. And this one was probably made sometime in the 80s. That's my guess. But it's really cool. Check this out. It folds flat, and I have to be careful with it because the little lens inside here, it just popped out, but I kind of wedged it back in. This is really old. Look at this little machine. It's all manual. You just do it by crank. And it's a little wonky, you know, it's a little stiff. Push in, one spindle turns to advance the film. Pull this lever out, bloop, like that. See how it pushes in, pulls out? You pull it out, and after you flip this side back over and it rewinds. It only goes clockwise. You only go one way with the handle. But I actually have it plugged in. I was going to put this old film on and show you what I got. Minolta Autopack SD6 was the other one. That's right. That's right. Wichita is a great place for filmmaking. Dang. I want to go to Wichita. So, okay, I think, let me try to remember how this is threaded. It's real simple. Okay, you take your original, right? Is it this way? Yeah. Snap it on this side, right? You just feed it over right here into your take up. It just goes from one reel to the other, and it says you need to, well, you gotta lock it in first. It says you need to just wind it a little bit, get a little bit of that leader on there. That's got to be pushed in, and then, because I'm doing everything backwards, clockwise, is that right? Yeah. See, it just winds it, and then you got to push this lever, pull out and down, release. Now I might have to look because, and then you want to take the film and thread it underneath these plastic rollers. There's one here, or nylon roller. There's one over here. Now I cannot see it, but it goes under, there it is. It goes under that little clip. There's a little safety clip in there. Then you got to pop this thing back up, and make sure that hits into the little sprockets. Look at this. Look at this. Boom. Make sure the handle's pushed in, and now we're viewing. It even has a little splicer here on the bottom, a little cutter, and you can use cement or tape with this. You know, these little splicer. This is how we use, this is non-linear editing before we had non-linear editing, only it's linear-ish. We had to cut the film. Imagine cutting the film. This is what I used to do, is cut film. I know, Lyle. This was tucked away in my back porch. It was back there for years. But there's really nothing to it, and you can see. I'll show you the back. It has a little guide. It shows you right there how to thread the film. The legs fold out. This can actually sit flat, but the legs just fold out. They sit down. And I'm going to show you. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it or not, but I'm going to turn it on. And like I say, I don't know. Let me try to face it up a little higher. Maybe it won't fall. All right, so here, and you don't want to leave this lamp on too long without moving the film, because let me tell you something. You guys know it gets hot. Whoa. All right, now I hope that lens is not popped out, but see, you guys can see it. You can't really tell. I know that. Yeah. Anyway, there's a picture showing over here, kind of. This is how you edited, right? Look at this. You guys can't see it. I know you can't because I'm looking at my screen. But I don't want to leave this on too long. But this is the editor. Whoa, the editor viewer by CalArt. We have a couple of 16mm Steenbecks at work. Amazing things. Those are really amazing. No, it's not a standard light bulb, Mike. It's like a projector bulb. You could probably see it. This pops off. I'm going to glue. There's the little lens. I don't know. You guys probably can't see it. There's a little lens piece in there. And then it has this little shroud, a little metal shroud that just pulls. And there's the bulb right there. And there's the film. But you see the bulb in there? It's just like a projector bulb. It's one of those 3-letter bulbs, like it's a BFG or something, you know, bulb. Now to rewind it, we just take it out, and you got to pop this back down. You just take it out, wind it. But this time you actually have to turn. You have to turn this over. Snap that back on, and which one is it? You have to turn this one over like that. Now you pull the handle out and go clockwise. Now it's a little stiff. The little handle is stiff. It's been in storage forever. But that just rewinds it. Like I say, the handle only turns clockwise. So pretty neat design actually, and it's simple. It's very simple. But this film, it's a neat little film. This came from Iowa. I don't know if anybody is near or from Iowa. My good buddy Jupes lives in Iowa, but this is, and my wife was born in Iowa. This came from Iowa. I got this from there, from a seller in Iowa, I should say. I don't know if that's where it was shot, but I'm going to show you that film in a little bit. It's an old film from the 70s, and I don't even think it's Kodak film because I couldn't find an edge marking on it, or there was edge codes, but it wasn't nothing. There was nothing Kodak. It's safety film. I don't know if it's old Gaff or Ansco or something like that. I don't know what kind of film it is, to be honest. It might be Kodak, but there's definitely doesn't say it on the film itself. So that's this little one. Now I want to show you guys one more that I have. Unplug this, and this one's really pretty cool. The only thing is I didn't bring a sound film up here. It's really cool, except I'm having an issue with it, and I have done everything that I can think of to try and figure out how to resolve the issue, and it's just not working at all. The machine works, don't get me wrong. It's just it's annoyingly it works. It doesn't work the way it should. But I like these machines. I've liked them since the 80s. You guys ever seen these? This is the Elmo 912S. Excuse me, for sound. And I actually have some sound films, old, you know, family shot found films or sound films that were already processed that would have been kind of neat to show you in this. This is a really great machine if I could get it to function properly. And I'm going to show you guys what happens. It really is, Remjet. Hey, how are you? It really is more of a projector, except it just doesn't project. It only, well, it projects on the little screen. But let me see if my plug will reach. Yes, it will. And then we can use the silent film, but this is a sound viewer. So we're going to try this film here, and I'm going to show you guys what it is doing to me. What am I missing? Oh, is it flickering? Yeah, like the kinetoscope. I dream of a Steenbeck. The Steenbecks are beautiful. I mean, the Steenbeck's bigger than my house. Schmo serious wattage. They are crazy wattage. In a country away from Iowa. Count. Oh, you're a county away from Iowa. Okay. Back in the day, I went to a theater to watch a Peanuts film, 1970s. The film stopped and Charlie Brown's face. I have melted some films. I have some of my own films that have the melty spot on them. You definitely could not leave it for long. Melted Charlie. Hello, projector. I know what you mean, Remjet. Temple of Doom did the number on me for a bit. Temple of Doom. Is that a show? Movie? I might need to look into this. I have the Kodak Movie Deck 285 as my main. I have had one of those. Oh, my Elmo projector looks exactly like that, but without the screen. I have my primary Super 8 projector is an Elmo. It's that 180 ST dash something. That's the one I use for extracting all the audio or just watching Super 8 films. I also have a couple of Shinons. I have the Shinon 2500 and the Shinon something else sound. The 2500 is down here, and it's a silent projector, but it's nice because it's variable speed and it works great. I changed the belts in it. My other Shinon works okay, works fine, but it's a little wonky when it comes to rewinding. You got melted Charlie Chaplin. I love those TV type back in the projector. Those are nice. I know, they're easy. Well, the old movie deck ones, they had the little pull out. You pop the little screen out of the side. I had an interesting Sanyo suitcase sound projector. That is very interesting. Do you mean Sankyo? Or did you actually have a Sanyo projector? I've had some of the Sankyo projectors, and I actually like those quite a bit. Their sound projectors are really nice. Bad perfs. Indiana Jones too. Oh, Oh, okay. I got you, Lyle. Yeah. I got you. Temple of Doom. Hi, Katie. Thank you for joining us. What ails your Elmo? Okay. I know. Sometimes I do this. Needs tickle. I did everything I could. I mean, I took the covers off front and back, all the plates, ran it forwards, backwards, reverse. Anyway, let me explain to you really quick what happens. Let me give you, where did I put the, okay. I got to try and remember, I actually haven't used this in quite some time, but it has these retractable arms right here. Settle down. Like so. Well, we don't always pull them all the way down. But you put your, let's see, it's coming, going, okay. So you're this way. Your feed reel is here. Your take-up reel is here on this side. One thing I don't like that they face in. Kind of wish they were out, but then it might be tricky to, I don't know. So we thread this, or we just loop this over, I believe. Guys, it's been a while since I've used this, so bear with me. But I go across. Alright. And it did this the day I got it, and I knew what I was getting. Honestly, though, I thought I was going to be able to fix it, and I got a really good deal on it. These are usually a couple $100, and I think I paid $40 for it, and I flipped it. Okay. What the? Oh, my leader is just flexing. It's flexing. It's stepping to me. Mine is an Elmo K100 SM, I think. That your projector, Russell? 18 watching and only 7. What? Only 7 thumbs ups? Sanyo, I guess. Oh, okay. It was Sanyo. Suitcase equipment back in the day. I used to have a Sanyo suitcase vinyl turntable. Nice. I just got a Kodak flashlight for $2.50. I was wondering what your deal of the week was, Bonnie. Thought maybe you got an EBM or something for 30 bucks. Okay, so here we go. Let's try to, I'm going to have to look at it because I think it's just as simple as pulling it under, like so. My leader really is wonky though. There. It wants to twist like that. It's old. There. I think we're like this. Like so. Right? Kind of locks in there. Yeah, okay, so we're kind of locked in. Now there's a couple ways you can do this. You don't have to have it run by itself. You can just use this guy here. But to turn the light on, we go all the way. Whoa, there we go. Why is the light not? Oh, it is on. Okay, it's because I just have leader going. I can't really see what I'm doing, and I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see anything, but I'm going to have that running. Let me see. I don't know if we're actually to the film yet. All right, let me see if I can make it. Let me look at it and see if it's focused and whatnot. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of in focus. There's too many lights going in here. You guys are not going to be able to see this. In fact, it's even hard for me to see it. Other than the fact that it's really screechy. So here's what it's doing. I wish you guys could see it better. There. See the airplane? See it jumping? Bump, 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 bump. See how the frame line just dances? Bump, 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 bump. I know, you guys. But anyway, I can't get it to stop dancing. You'll see a decent picture and it raises up. Boom. 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 It just... No matter what I have done, I can't get it to stop. It is a sound projector as well. So if you had sound film, you can monitor and listen to your sound. You could do 18 or 24 frames per second. And it also, you can switch it over and do variable speed. There's not a whole lot not to like about this. It's great for quick viewing your films just to see what's on it. If you have some films, if you get them on eBay and you don't know whose they are, you know, sometimes the little mystery films and things. This is great for stuff like that. I just wish I could get mine to work right. Mike, sadly, I can't get the EBM to power up. Oh. For the deal you got, though, Russell, I almost wonder if it wouldn't be, I mean, the deal you got. Yeah. I almost wonder if that might not be the camera that you send to somebody. You send it over to the Gall brothers or whatever, you know, the, what's their place there? They work on Bolexes. And let them do their thing. Get it running for you, because, I mean, even if you pay $1,000 to get that thing running perfectly, that's a steal still. Well, maybe not 1,000, but 500? No, Mike, the sound works fine. Right now I'm looking at a Bauer T610 Super 8 projector for $30. You know, I have mixed feelings about projectors. I feel like you get, oh, can you see it, Bart? Okay, good. And it was, did you guys see it? Boom, boom. I've tried so many films in this, so many different films, Mike. It's missing a sprocket somehow. I've checked the teeth. I've checked these machines are so simple. There's a motor that pulls the film at a constant speed in front of a light. That's all there is to it. But I've checked. The sprocket wheel is not bouncing. There's nothing moving. There's nothing in it that's forcing the film off. All of the teeth are perfect. I don't know. And like I say, I've tried different films. Hey, Dave. Dave, I thank you for being here. And it does sound eerie. I have something I'm going to send you that I think is kind of your thing. That I want to see what you can do with it. It's goofy. It's very goofy, but I want to send it to you. And if you want me to show it to you now, I will. Too many lights and a Fresnel lens. Ah, yeah, you're right. I have 8 lights going right now. It's actually hard for me to see my computer screen. Let's see. Can't Stop Dancing? What they do in the Weekend at Bernie's. That's one of my favorite movies, by the way. Do All. That's it. Thank you, Mike. That's one of my favorite movies, Lyle. Oh, I love that movie. Christian, I had a silent Bauer viewer. It was okay. The 18 frame sound offset was always an extreme limitation with Super 8. They were professional systems, but were extremely expensive. They are. These, when you bought them new, were very expensive. And even now, they're not cheap. But like I say, everything works with this machine except for, boom, it just does the bounce. I can't figure out why it does that. Hey, Johnny. Johnny says, if the sound is stable, but the picture, I'm assuming you mean is not, wouldn't that suggest movement from the part that is focusing on the image? What, like the lens, the little, like what Barry was saying, like the little Fresnel in there might be popping or something? I don't know. There's limits to what you can actually, how deep you can get, although, I mean, I guess when you have a machine like this that just doesn't function properly, the worst that can happen is it doesn't function properly when you're done with it. That's not a bad thought, Johnny. I'm gonna revisit this. There will be a round 2, I promise you, because it's too good of a machine to not fix. 1, make sure the gate where the film passes through the gate, the opening is clean and clear of any sticky residue. Clean with alcohol. Check that the claw, and then I lose you. Check that the claw. There's no claw, Jeffrey. It's just a sprocket, one wheel. Maybe the spindle of the sprocket gear drive motor. I wonder if it could have gotten bent, but it still looks like it's turning perfectly in there. I knew what you meant, Johnny. Picture's not stable. Yeah, that's a good thing to check. I'm going to check that little focusing. I'm going to check and see what kind of little lens or how it projects up. I think there's a mirror in there is what it is. I think it's just a mirror. And I looked at that. I ran the machine with it apart and nothing was moving except the picture was bouncing. I could not find anything that was not perfectly stable in there. I'm telling you, it's like ghost stories. Like a loose washer or something allowing the center spindle to wobble. I know, I don't know. I was referring to a system with a separate sound strip, the Super 8 version of 16mm sound editing. They existed in Super 8. Oh, I got you, Christian. I got you. I'd love to get my hands on it. A challenge. You know, if I can't get it resolved, you may get your hands on it. I'm still waiting on Nisi to email me because I don't think he's in here right now, but I was going to send him that old color chart. Speaking of that. Play in the feed or pull roller. I don't think so. I don't think there was. Let me turn it on again. You guys watch. See if you can see anything. You're not going to be. I'm trying to get it where you can see the picture. There. You guys can see it. See it dancing? Watch the bottom of the frame. And it does sound creepy, doesn't it? I don't know. I mean, I know it's very difficult to diagnose without it being taken apart and understanding everything, you know, that it's doing. Sent you some pictures I took with my 15-year-old smartphone. Oh, cool. Did you just now send them? I finally got a Bonnie level deal. I am now the proud owner of a beautiful CP16, baby. Wahoo! I love my CP16. Love it. I don't have the RP though. I just have the the non-reflex. Oh, and they are awesome, Remjet. Awesome cameras. Be careful. Be careful. They will jump inside your gate if you don't thread them properly. And my friend Travis just had that happen with his, and his film came out. Brrr. They do not have a registration pin, so it doesn't hold it flat. It just has the pull-down claw. But if you get them threaded right, then it works perfect. How much was it? I also just got Oppenheimer in the Super Mario movie on DVD earlier today. Woohoo! 200 pounds. It's the model with the variable frame rate control and proper reflex viewing, not the dogleg style lens. And the good thing about that one is you, Remjet, you can also change your lenses out easier. Way easier than these A versions. That's a good deal, 200 pounds. It is a plane. I'm going to show you that footage in just a second. It's really old. Really old, all scratched up. About every 10 or 12. Yes, Mike, it's not, it's just, oh, it's just enough. I mean, I could watch and see what's on my film, but it's just enough to irritate the dog out of you. I might have enough for one. Oh, you definitely got enough for a CP16. So here's the film that you guys, I just scanned it quick just because I thought it'd be kind of neat to see it. I'm going to give Dune a rewatch tonight because I have tickets for Dune 2. Yeah, you're going to watch the original, the old David Bowie one? That was an interesting movie. Yeah, I'm curious about the second one. Stop that. Stop that. Guys, I want to show you this really quick. Well, it's like 3 minutes, but no touch-up, nothing was done, but this is that film that I was just showing you guys. It's Super 8, and it's I did nothing to it. I just scanned it. As you can see, I didn't even crop it very well. It's not been stabilized, but this is what you were attempting to watch. I just thought it was kind of neat. A little low-flying plane over the fields of Iowa, I believe. I think you might be right, Mike. It's not It's not Kodak. I don't know. I think I was probably going to go with Agfa also. This guy makes some really low passes, and I think the guy that's filming, or girl, is in a vehicle. I think they're in a truck. You'll see in a minute, it's like they're doing it out the window. Look at how low. I thought that too, Jeffrey, but he's not dusting anything. That was my initial thought, but I didn't see anything coming out. Of course, you may not be able to see it in the footage. I'm just amazed at how close he gets to the truck. North by Northwest. Look at this guy. Crazy? That's almost a touch and go. Yeah, there's the truck. Or maybe he's just filming behind it. Yeah, he is definitely hot dogging. It is pretty good camera work. Yeah, the colors came out nice. Here he comes. Oh, maybe he's spraying. Yeah, okay. You're right, Jeffrey. He was spraying right there. I didn't see that the first go around. He definitely dusting. Yeah, there's from inside the vehicle. Did you guys see that, where you could actually see the chemicals coming out? Yep, you're right, Barry. Boy, that's definitely the most efficient way to do it, isn't it? Let's see if we can see it. That's pretty wicked. Thank you, Bart. I think it looks cool. I got a couple other films with this one, and I haven't even looked at them yet. I got them not too long ago. Carcinogenic chemical exposure. Oh, love our GMOs. Yeah, it does. It does wonders on paint. That's it. Boom. That's the crop duster. Yeah, my first thought was a crop duster but I couldn't see it until that pass. I definitely saw the chemical coming out that time. That's the Mark II, Mike. Yeah, that was. But it was rendered really quick at very low compressed resolution. I scanned it at 2K. I'm sorry, at 4K, but rendered it. My final render was very low res. It was compressed. Just makes it easier for live streams to make sure that you're able to see it. I also have, if you guys are interested, I'm going to rewind this as I'm talking to you guys. If you guys want to see DDT, spring and summer is going to be reminds me of the plane scenes in Charlie Vardick. Yeah, I know. Nice scan, Mark II. So if you guys are interested, I have a whole film from this. If you guys want to see that today, I'll be happy to show you. I didn't really get anywhere on it, but I know Steven's right. I know that's where it was taken. That's the one we watched 15 seconds of it last week, where they were shooting the wedding. They were filming the wedding at that temple in Utah. But I went ahead and just rendered the whole thing very quick, cropped it really quick, and again it's compressed. But I thought maybe you guys would like to check it out. Get your popcorn, Jeffrey. They did a good job. Whoever filmed it, I mean, they did a relatively good job. You could tell they're doing it for these people. I don't know. Maybe it's you know, friend to friend, something like that. I don't know. I mean, that happens. I just did it. Let me get my paper here. What are you working on? Well, she hates talking when I got the camera on. My wife. Anyway, more mystery. Show it. Oh yeah, same source. Yeah, and there's another part of the film that I'm going to show you, that I will show you, that you guys didn't see. At the very end, it's another couple. It's a whole different scenario. So, one other thing I'm going to ask really quick. Are you guys interested? If you've been with me for a long time, which I know some of you have, Barry, I know you especially have. If you've been with me a long time, Lyle, do you remember when I did 7 and 7? It was just a goofy thing. It was fun. But I did 7 found films in 7 days. So every day for a week, 7 full days, we had a brand new video with found film. Just a random one. They were not like all cameraman mics or all 16 millimeter or anything. They were random. So I'm thinking about doing 7 and 7 again for when I'm gone. I'm leaving to go on vacation, and while I'm gone, I might just have that ready, and then boom, it'll relieve my tensions a little bit, knowing that. Well, I actually enjoy seeing these old films again anyway, but I'm thinking about doing 7 and 7 again and doing it for when I'm gone, which is in a couple of weeks, about 3 weeks. So if you're interested, let me know. I'd be happy to do it. I put it on here. I might do it while I'm away in Indiana. Sounds great. Sounds great. Thank you, Paul. Well, I think I might do that. Yeah, radios. I will get to your other film this week, by the way. I have all the chemicals now. I've only been waiting because as soon as I mix them, I have to use them within a month or two. So I actually wanted to shoot with Mike's 16 millimeter camera. I want to shoot some 100D, some Ektachrome. If you guys are not aware, Mike Flying O sent me a 16 millimeter camera to kind of test out and put it through its paces. I've had some fun with it. It's a UMIG C16 with the turret, kind of the two turret converter lenses as well. It comes with a 25 millimeter built-in lens. But I've shot a couple rolls of film through it. I want to do some 100D before I send it back to him, and I want to do a video and kind of just showcase what I've learned. But also radios. I have one of his rolls of film still. It's a roll of Super 8 100D, and I want to process them at the same time. I mean, not together, but in the same week. Because the chemicals are, you know, they're not overly cheap, and they don't last a long time. So I want to get a few. But that'll happen this week. You can schedule those. Really, like YouTube post one? Yes, Mike. I can schedule them so that they'll come out. I think you can do 10 days in advance, or maybe even longer. I don't know. I usually only schedule the next day because I'm always so far behind. But yes, I could have them all ready to go, and they just come out each day. I think that's what I did last time. 7 and 7 sounds great. Anyway, you better shoot film when you're on vacation. Yes, I am definitely bringing my 514 XL and a couple of still cameras. Just not sure when I'm going to bring 16. Maybe I brought my Aeroflex last time. I think I'm going to bring it again. Sounds great. It will help us deal with our Filmboy24 withdrawals. Seriously doubt anyone has Filmboy24 withdrawals. But thank you, Jeffrey. Yes, 200T and 50D whenever you're ready. That I can do all the time. I make my own chemicals for that, radios. And I keep them fresh nowadays, I promise. Let me show you guys really quick this other film. This is in its entirety, the one that we saw last week, the wedding footage. Are you ready? Here we go. I'm sorry, Mike. I did no colorization or anything to this. In fact, I just re-rendered it all today and basically just cropped it. But this is what you guys saw last week. a lot of it, incredibly, was a little bit out of focus. Not a lot, but some you'll see. The original filmmaker, did get some of it out of focus. And no, this could use a lot more level adjustments and a little bit better saturation. I understand that. This is just for you guys. This is sneak peek for my live streamers. Look at them at In-N-Out Burger. Just a good old happy couple out of focus. Ah, what I wouldn't do. I'd love to get this to that couple right there. Going to the chapel. Going to the chapel of love. Oh, I was just at a wedding yesterday. My wife and I went to my good buddy's wedding last night. Put a ring on it. Yeah, pretty good footage. Burger with gloves, I know. Nuclear sunflowers in that bouquet. And for the honeymoon, brrr, KFC. So my wife and I were trying to figure out how they're doing this. This is clearly during, unless this was for just photos, because typically, and it's traditionally, the bride and groom are really not seeing each other before the ceremony, but there they were in full garb eating at In-N-Out Burger, and then you see them at the ceremony. I don't know. And here she is singing. Too bad this isn't sound film, but then it would be black and white. This film is new, Jeffrey. I don't think, I did a little bit of research and I found out that the temple didn't even open for weddings until last year. So this is brand new. I know, what a great backdrop, Lyle. Okay, see. Here's another couple. So I don't know if this person that's filming was just there while there was also someone doing photography, or they were doing photography as well, or I don't know exactly. Clearly that's a different couple. And there's a little bumpy bump. Very cappy couple. Hey, easy, mister. Easy, mister. Oh wait, he was probably closer than that. That's it. So, okay. You guys must agree that should probably get to them. Or at least I could even chop it and, you know, we could half and half it to them, both couples. I don't know. Weird. It's weird that that footage got mixed up, or just, I don't know. I'd love to know why. I'd love to know the why behind that. Could be bad, depends on her singing. Yeah, Russell, you never know. Maybe In-N-Out was they were. They could be where they first met. That's not a bad assumption. Maybe it was shot out of order. Yeah, but I don't think you can do that in film. I don't know how you would do that. You can't move ahead in the film and then move back in it. I don't know. That was fast, I know. That was really fast. I mean, from wedding to pregnant in like less than a minute. Oh, might try contacting the temple. They might be able to figure out who it is. Yeah, I thought about that, Mark. That's not a bad idea, actually. Yeah. That's not a bad idea. And Stephen kind of pinned it down for us last week. The actual temple. It's in Utah. I don't remember the name of it. The village that it's in, or the little city, is kind of the name of the temple. It's huge. Baby bump. Definitely was hired. It sure seems like it, right? Cover eyes. Hey, everybody settle. Oh, great idea about contact. Yeah, that is a good idea. I'm glad I thought of it. Woo, maybe they shot the film and ended up closing the studio. So I mean, yeah, I guess Jeffrey. I mean, there's a million explanations. Well, there's really only one, but we can try a million. In and out. For a food establishment, especially. Although there's some truth to it, right, Christian? Yes, Stephen, thank you. Yes, Stephen New World Film there. He's the one that figured it out last week, and he figured it out quick. Or might bring up that film and gear were stolen. How did you get it scenario? Yeah, the beauty about that, though, is I still have the receipt and the eBay transaction from when I bought that roll of film. Mormons are good record keepers. They're big on genealogy. Well, and being the temple would probably want the best for their members, and part of that best might be those memories. Maybe they hired a filmmaker, didn't pay. The guy thought, better not waste a cart, so he used it for another gig, which also didn't pay. That could very well be. Reminds me of the dialogue in A Clockwork Orange, In and Out. The beginning of that movie really is freaky. Man. Well, and the middle of that movie is freaky. What a crazy film. I want to show you guys something. A camera. I don't remember if I showed you guys this last week. I had it out, but I don't know if I actually took it out. Did I take this out last week? And I wish it worked. I think I did, actually. And I also had this out last week, but forgot to show it to you. The film lore. Keep your eye out for an In-N-Out Burger commercial with Super 8 in it. Yeah. I want to use this. I've never used one of these. I actually have a couple of different types of these little sub-miniature film cameras. And every time I see one, I'm going to bring you back to the 80s. Every time I see one, I'm reminded of the movie Fletch. Now, if you're a Fletcher like me, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about when you think of these little cameras and Fletch. This is the little Minox EC, and I actually think it has film in it right now. I think it had film in it when I bought it. That's how you advance it. And then you click. Did you hear the click? Probably not, because of my air conditioner. And then advance. Boom. Boom. Click. You ready? Click. Put it away. But it just takes little tiny, and I have some somewhere, the little film, and you can get it on eBay. It's actually kind of expensive. But you can get it. It just takes a little, looks like a 110 kind of spool that fits in there. I think that's what this one is. There's a couple different kinds, like I say. Some of them take 16 millimeter film. This one takes smaller film than that. But I have one that takes 16 millimeter with film as well, that I want to try to re-spool and, you know, make my own little cartridges. But I know Manny, he's not here, but Manny has some of these, or has used one. I think he has. Maybe I'm wrong. Also, why do I feel like Ruben over at the cinematography lab, I think he did a video on these not that long ago. That was very intriguing. If you guys never seen Ruben, he's got a fun little channel, Cinematography Lab, and he makes some cool things too. 3D prints some cool stuff. But did I show you guys this? It used to work great, and then one day I took it out to film with it. It's mint. It looks like it's just off the showroom floor, right? Mint, just like the flavor. 1048 sound. Can't get it to work. Nothing. I get nothing out of it. I feel like the zoom works, the power zoom, when I have there's no batteries in it now, but I feel like the power zoom works, but I get nothing out of the camera itself. So who is does anybody know of a really good NISO technician? And I can't remember how to pull the handle up. Oh, that's the run lock. There it is. I'd love to get it running again. I know these are tricky. I know the Braun NISO cameras can be tricky to keep running. They're very difficult to work on. I have a big one. I don't remember what it is, the 4056 or something like that. with the big aluminum case and the matte box and all that, it doesn't work either. But it didn't work when I got it, and I knew it. But again, thought I could fix it. Got it really cheap. I don't know how much. I can't remember. But that's definitely a camera, that 1048, that I would love to get running again. It used to work. I took it out one day, a couple years back, put film in it, ready to go. Click. It's like get in your car, you're ready to go. You're going, you're going, well, to the party. But now in my age, going to the library, right? Get in, hit the button, click. Spy cams, yeah. I have. Oh, you have 2 Minox cameras. Woohoo! I only have 1. I do have some film somewhere. I gotta scroll up. Wow, you guys are busy. That is cool. Does it take 8mm film, Jeffrey? I can't remember. I don't have the film with it right now. I think it's in the freezer. What do you think about the fact that you can now bulk load 120 film? I think that's great. I think that's great. You buy the 65mm film or 70mm film, right? I love sub minis. Was just shooting with my Mamiya 16 earlier today. I love these They're just so awesome. They're tiny. Disc size film, kind of. It's real little. I have 2 old Minox cameras. My dad developed the film and made prints in our darkroom. Wow. That's really cool, Fritz. Mark says Minolta was big on 16mm before 110, which is why maybe 110 is 16mm, right? The MG or MGS, they are great cameras. That's what I have, Mark. I have one of those. I just don't know where it's at. Yeah, you guys understand. I have a very small house and a lot of equipment, and it's kind of everywhere. So I can't remember what I did with mine, but that's what I have. I have the little MG Minolta, and I need to find it because I want to load it, and I think I even have film for it. I have a Minox 16 MG. I have one somewhere. Hey, Cecil! Love these old Minoltas and the Kiev 16, which used the same cassettes. And they're probably a little cheaper too, aren't they, Remjet? The Kiev stuff was always good quality, but it was a little cheaper. I see them all the time on eBay, 90% sold as is. It's scary, I know. Mine works. I mean, it clicks. And believe it or not, it's got some neat little settings. I can't remember. I don't know. I've never used it, but you can set, what is it, the ISO? Yeah, you set the ISO on it, right there. Is that the focus? It's crazy. It's got a little knurled knob right here. And then you can set what they call it ASA, of course, back then. But that little orange is the shutter release. But you can set the, that's what the knurled, turn this little knurled knob right here, and it changes the ISO. So, I mean, a neat little camera. Really cool. Really cool. One of these years, I'll get around to it. I used to have a round to it. You ever see those? It's a little round disc, and it said "to it" right in the middle of it. Oh, boy. That's a gorgeous camera. Sad that it isn't working. I know, Paul. I wish I could get it working. It's really aggravating. Really. Ben Slotover from Zero Budget did a live stream with a Minox repair guy that he's in the... oh, okay. I'm glad you mentioned him. I miss Ben's live streams. Those were fun. I just bought an ISO S56. Appears to work and focus. That's a find then, Mark. They're hard to find working. I had a customer at Fox Photo I worked at in '97 and wanted film for his Minox. He was older, spoke Italian, and was so disappointed when I showed him I only had 110. Minox is not 8mm. It's a weird 9mm or something. I wonder if you could use 8mm, Mark. Do you think? Because I can't remember. Do they take cassettes? I wonder if... I know it would be... you know, pushing it, but I wonder just for aesthetic, you know, you'd be photoing over the sprocket holes and whatnot. Wouldn't cover the whole, you know, sensor, so to speak, or frame, but it might still be kind of neat if you could get away with it. Niso, I knew what you meant, Barry. Saw someone on TikTok somehow managed to buy a roll of 8 film for their Super 8 camera. How'd they do that? Or how'd they get that to work? Prints from small Minox cameras were quite grainy. I can't even imagine how grainy they must be. The latest issue of Super 8 Mag has a nice long artery on the history of Nisos. Oh, I'd love to have a good working Niso. Anyone have those 90s era Fisher Price? I want one of those. You're talking about the Pixel Vision, right, Lyle? I'd love to have one of those. They record on cassette. The great thing about most sub-minis is the fact that you don't need purse to advance the film. I use microfiche stuff, super fine grain, but low ISO. And I have bucket loads of that stuff, Remjet, of that old film, that microfiche film. What do they call that? Micro something. It's really cheap too. Well, there's people that are trying to get a fortune for it, but it'll never sell. My Minox is in the box with the flash and leather case. Even has the test photo with it. Nice. Yeah, I miss Ben too. I don't know what he's just got stuff going on, you know. I was on his I was on one of his live streams. We kind of streamed together once, a couple years ago. I always say try it to see what happens. Sometimes it works. Yeah, I mean, I guess it can't hurt. The Pixel 2000, and they had some modification too that people did to them. Want one of those too? We had slide film shot on the spy cameras. With slide film is smaller than a little fingernail. They're tiny. I mean, it can't take big film. I mean, look at the size of the camera itself. I mean, think about it. I mean, I don't know. It can't, like Mark was saying, it's got to be 9mm. It can't be big at all because it has to fit in there, you know, with my finger. I'm a normal human. Look at that. So it's the width of your finger, you know, unless you're Andre the Giant. So the spy camera. I've shot on a Pixel 2000 and still have the cassette. We don't have the, don't have this, what is it? Don't have to get the footage off. So how do you can't you get it off with the camera? Right? I'm missing, I can't see the word. Don't have the something to get the footage off because the little heart thing is in the way. I guess I can click over on here. Oh, don't have the stuff to get the footage off. Seems like it would just be a cable though, right, Russell? We just need a cable for that. How has the, by the way, I want to ask you guys, how has the stream been? Has it been choppy at all? Are we lagging a lot? I mean, we're an hour and 12 minutes in. I'm hoping that it wasn't bad. I hardwire it in now. You need the little TV that comes with it, then the output from the, oh, okay. I got you. Oh, good, Mike. Yes. So if it dies right now, we've made it. Stream is good. Thank you, Bart. Well, listen, guys, we are an hour and 13 minutes in, so I think I'm going to have to call it a day. I got to edit a bunch of photos for my friend for his wedding and get those to him. He's not in a big hurry. He's gonna be on his little honeymoon. So I have a lot of work to do. It's a day. But barring any crazy, catastrophes, I had a lot of fun, Russell. Then I will definitely see all of you next week, Sunday, same time. This is stream number 39. I think this is the month, March, that we started live streaming. I think it was the end of March, 20-something. So we're about a year into live streams. Looking forward to your new video whenever you get them up. Thank you, Mike. Cecil, see you on the next go-around. I've just shot a little short digitally I'll send over. Yes, Russell, if you ever want me to show something as well, as long as it's not, half an hour, I'm happy to do that. Help you guys a little bit. I have a reach about like that, but, Have a great day. Always fun. Hi, Piper. Bye, Piper. She's right back there. 16. Hope to send you another 2 cards I shot last week. Anytime, radios. You let me know when you're ready. Guys, I will see everybody next Sunday, hopefully. Film chat is the best chat. See you next week. Look forward to shooting with my CP. Have fun with that, Remjet. What a great deal. Bye, Fritz. Jeffrey, thank you as always. And Lyle and Mike and Joe. Oh, Joe Schmo is here. Rich is here. Just caught the end of it. Thanks for popping in, Rich. I really appreciate it. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Bonnie and everybody. God, I can't start naming names because I'll forget someone. Then I'll feel guilty for the rest of the week. Guys, I'll see all of you guys on next Sunday. I promise-ish.